Welcome everyone to our City Council meeting for Monday, August 24th. Can we have a roll call and call to order, please? Establish quorum.
Vicki Snyder? Here. James DeVito? Bob Thomas?
Here.
Joyce Seller? Here. Terry McClung?
Here.
And David is absent with notice. We have 5.
All right. Let's stand for Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, get an approval of the agenda. Motion.
Correction, please.
Motion.
We haven't approved Mr. Ketelsen at the CAPC, so it's a little premature on the vote yet.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Can I add an item?
Sure.
City Council budget updates.
Okay.
Do you want a second?
Got a second?
Second.
Okay. Anything else? Get a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
So moved.
Second.
All right. Everybody get a copy of the minutes and get a motion to approve.
Second.
Any changes, additions, corrections? If not, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right. All right, as far as commissions go, we still need, we're going to defer the vote on Ken Ketelsen until the CAPC takes action. We still have a vacancy in the parks, and we also have a vacancy on the cemetery commission. So any citizens out there listening would like to participate on one of these commissions, please come down and file an application, please. We can use your help. Public comments. Do we have anybody?
Sorry.
No public comments. All right. The first item that will come up, I can give you an update on the bids for the public works motion to discuss.
Second.
And basically, we're still in the process of getting the electrical and mechanical engineering done. And then when we get that done, we'll be putting that out for bids. And I'll let the council know when we're ready to put that out for public bids. And we will.
Which bonds are those?
That's the public works building.
For the building?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The bonds have been tabled until we haven't met with the bonding company yet, so that's tabled until we get to...
that's what I was asking about. Okay. I thought
Yeah,
that's
that's item number 1. The item number 2 is we're still in the process of developing final drawings for that, and then we'll put it out for bids. Which brings us up to our third item is mid-year budget workshop.
Motion to discuss.
Second.
All right. I thought we had September 21st.
Right, that's the date.
Is that still good with everybody? Okay, and 3 to 5, correct? All right, anything else you want to...
September 21st? September.
September 21st. We'll give you a call, Mickey, and let you know.
I have it on the wrong date.
All right. Any other discussion on that? Well, that brings us down to our new business, the second quarter financial reports. And
Move to discuss.
get a second? Okay.
Okay. So for through the end of June 2015, we have the information. We have the bank balance at the end, bank balances at the end of June, payroll, disbursements, receipts, and the debt service book. And this lives in the finance director's office. So if you need to check that, all this other material will be in the clerk treasurer's office.
Okay.
Any questions? Oh, we're moving right along. Motion to discuss budget update.
So moved.
what-
Two.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Do what?
Alcohol sales?
Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped right over that.
Oh, I thought you said that.
Yeah, all right. Move for discussion of the ordinance to update the code for alcohol.
So moved.
Second.
All right.
Now I'm on.
Now you're on.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, the clerk treasurer and the city attorney have worked together to draft a proposed ordinance on the sale of alcoholic beverages, which brings city code into compliance or consistent with state law. So I would make a motion to assign the ordinance a number and place it on its first reading.
Second.
Discussion? Terry?
I'm just curious, what are the differences? What did we not have in here?
The,
Because we've got, these are amendments that we're putting in, I'm just curious.
in the code for sales at hotels, motels, and restaurants, it was noon until 10 p.m. And the state,
On Sundays.
yes, right.
The state made it till midnight.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
I really didn't hear you.
The state has changed that to until midnight.
From 10 a.m. until midnight, so they added 2 hours on either end. And we picked up this December 31st, if it's on a Sunday. That's in state code, but it wasn't in city code, so that was added. So you wouldn't have to stop selling at midnight on a Sunday if it were
Oh.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
I mean, it's been happening for years, it just...
wasn't in the, yeah.
Right. And the third thing was to beef up follow along with state law for closing businesses who don't remit the taxes they've collected. So it's just aligning city code with state.
Just another quick question. If it's in state statute, do we need to have an ordinance to that effect too, Mr. Attorney?
The state statute that we're aligning with really deals with the state's ability to pull their right to sell. We need it in ours to pull ours also. We would naturally not, if theirs was pulled, they naturally couldn't sell with ours, but this gives us a little bit more teeth so that we can try to collect ours right along with the state if they're delinquent. But basically the state deal protects themselves in theirs.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't specifically say we get to pull ours unless we follow that along with it.
I'd like to make a motion that we assign a number.
Tom already did that.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Where was I?
You always ignore me.
I meant to say Tom who?
All right, any further discussion? All those in favor of the motions of assigning a number and putting it on the first reading, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved.
The ordinance number will be 2229. An ordinance amending Title VII, subsection .08 regarding the sale of alcoholic beverages. Whereas the City Council of the City of Eureka Springs desires to amend its regulation of alcoholic beverage sales within the city, now therefore be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Eureka Springs that Chapter 7 of the Municipal Code be amended as follows. Section 1. The following sections shall be amended as follows. 7.08.08 shall be amended to read as follows. It shall be unlawful for any person to sell, offer for sale, or give away at retail any spirituous, vinous, malt, or other intoxicating alcoholic liquor after the hour of 2 a.m. or before the hour of 8 a.m., except on Saturday when all sales shall cease at 12 midnight. It is specifically provided, however, that any hotel, motel, or restaurant business establishment in the city permitted to sell alcoholic beverages for on-premise consumption in accordance with law may sell alcoholic beverages for on-premise consumption until 2 a.m. on Sunday, and also on Sunday between the hours of 10 a.m. and 12 midnight if the hotel, motel, or restaurant obtains a state and city license. In the event that Sunday shall fall on the 31st of December, a properly licensed hotel, motel, or restaurant may sell alcoholic beverages for on-premise consumption until 2 a.m. of the following day. 7.08.24 shall be amended to read as follows. Penalty. If any permittee shall fail to remit the supplemental tax on gross receipts within the time provided by Arkansas State Code, a penalty of 10% shall be due and payable for each month during which such delinquency shall continue. Section 2, the following subsection shall be amended as follows. 7.08.25. If the permittee shall fail to pay any license or permit fee when due, or remain delinquent on any tax payment due for more than 3 months, under Title 7, subsection .08, the city may revoke the permittee's license or permit. Section 3, all provisions of the ordinance of the City of Eureka Springs in conflict with the provisions of this ordinance are, and the same are hereby repealed, and all other provisions of the ordinances of the City of Eureka Springs not in conflict with the provisions of this ordinance shall remain in full force and effect. Section 4, severability. Should any sentence, paragraph, clause, phrase, or section of this ordinance be adjudged or held to be unconstitutional, illegal, or invalid, the same shall not affect the validity of this ordinance as a whole or any part or provision thereof other than the part so decided to be invalid, illegal, or unconstitutional, and shall not affect the validity of the Eureka Springs Municipal Code as a whole.
Terry?
Mr. Attorney, in that 70825 on the 3 months, and then going if that happens and his license is, a person's license is pulled on a premise, if they pay and if they get caught up with penalties and it can be reinstated, does that need to be in there? Is that someplace else already? Or?
It's not specifically covered, but neither is it specifically covered in other instances where we pull people's permits, but the city has generally done that in the past.
Reinstated it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as long as they get current, then...
We've had others that have violated provisions of our other tax codes, and that's the way it's generally been treated.
Okay, just didn't know if it needed to be in there or not.
James?
Move to approve ordinance number 2229 on its first reading.
Second.
Going back to what Mr. McClung was talking about, should we have guidelines saying how to handle that?
Probably it would be best, but it doesn't just cover necessarily this one tax. It should probably be a general provision of all our taxes, and then we could make a decision or the council could make a decision whether to allow reinstatement or allow non-reinstatement and allow them to reapply.
Madam Clerk?
The whole thing with alcohol is synchronized with the state and the CAPC. We all work in tandem. So if an entity passes muster with the state, then the CAPC and the city typically follow suit. And the reverse of that is true. If someone is not complying, the state comes in and pulls that license. So there already is a methodology that works really well, and it's pretty efficient.
Any other questions? All right, we got a motion and a second to approve the reading ordinance number 2229 on its first reading. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That's so moved. Now that takes us to our third item, I guess. If my eyes are right this time. Motion to discuss on budget update.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. I was expecting to receive, if you're talking about the budgets for this month or last month?
No, I have something
Okay.
different from that.
Okay, what was your?
Well, I just understand that you have set up a new policy with your department heads that at the last department head meeting of every month, you're going to cover the budget. So I thought maybe it would be appropriate if we set up a standard item on the first meeting of the city council every month for you to bring us a little update on the budget. 1 minute or 2 minutes.
Sure. I mean, we can do that. We can include that without a problem.
Okay. So do I need to make a motion to have that on the
Put that
agenda
on the agenda.
every month? Or the
First
meeting?
Sure, the clerk will,
What? The first meeting of every month.
yeah. Clerk will put that on the agenda without a problem. All right. All right, it's short and sweet.
15 minutes, we're meeting Mary now.
We're not yet, but we're working on it. We got any agendas for going around for agenda setting?
Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
It's time to levy property taxes. We need to put on the next agenda the annual ordinance for property tax, approving the millage.
Okay.
And we need to vote on that, well, we need to have it done by the end of September. So we vote on it twice, the next meeting, and then once the meeting after that will be okay.
All right.
Do you just second? Second.
Anybody else? Okay. City council comments. Joyce, we'll start over on your side.
No, except that my new book is now available in paperback, and I have some. If you want some, just call me. It'll cost you $12. Thank you.
To call you? Cost $12 to call you?
No, $12 to get the book,
Oh, the
which will improve your mind considerably, so it's well worth.
Well,
It's a 1-800 number, Terry.
Oh, boy.
Mickey.
Never mind. The EUREKA happened a week ago, and it was awesome. We had over 750 registered racers, most of whom brought their families who ate, drank, slept, and shopped in town. It was awesome. We actually had records broken. When you consider they did a small triathlon, a 100-mile bike race, and a 10K run in, to me, what would be literally minutes, and it was like 4 hours. It's unbelievable. It was awesome. Y'all need to come out and watch and volunteer next time we have it. No deer incidents, no passed out drunks in the middle of the lake, although we did have a drunk driver who was dumb enough to tangle with me. That won't be happening again. Other than that, it was awesome. An incredible weekend with incredibly beautiful, perfect weather. Much better than 105 degrees. That's it.
Thank you. James.
No comment.
Mr. McClung.
Don't think so. Any news on the fountain?
No, but I asked about it, and we were...
I knew you had.
We had... there was plumbing issues, obviously, in there, and that was the main problem, and we were trying to get a hold of the old plumber to find out specifically, again, what it was, and then I was going to try to get a hold of Community First to see if they would like to participate in repairing of the fountain.
Did we determine who owned it? The property?
We own it, but Community First built it on behalf of King Gladden.
We own the land.
We own the property, yeah. Now, I don't know that for sure, though, Terry.
I think that they built it, and I think they gave it to the city. I think that's what happened.
We still own the property.
And that's how we would own it, is that,
Yeah.
I think.
That's right outside the flag area, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll double check on that tomorrow and find out who the owner is. But I'm pretty sure we're the owner, because we've been taking care of the maintenance of it, so I'm sure we're the owners. The problem was trying to get it fixed, and it's not a simple fix, unfortunately. Had something to do with the liner and everything else. It's not holding water is what the problem was. And so, it's like everything else, and it just goes down into our drainage ditch.
Get some pigs in there.
Yeah. But I'll double check again, Terry. Thanks for asking.
Thank you, Butch. Mr. Mayor.
No comment.
All right. We also, when we're talking about the EUREKA, that was a great weekend, but we also had a great Bluegrass Festival, a lot of people in the park, and the Bluegrass Auditorium had a pretty nice group down there, great music all the way around. And we've got, as these things happen, we're trying to get things better organized, and I think next year, it's going to be a little bit different. But coming up in August 28th through the 30th, we're going to have the Eureka Springs Volkswagen Show, which is always a large Volkswagen contingent coming into town. That's going to be up at the end of the Ozarks all day. Then they have the parade on Saturday at 3 p.m., which will be going around the historic loop and down Spring Street and up through the Passion Play. And in conjunction with the Volkswagen, they have the Foul Air Overflow Show, which is the old Volkswagens that look like they're about to fall apart. But evidently there is a group of people who love their old Volkswagens that look like they need work. And so they're going to be a different show, but they're going to be all here together. And then also September the 2nd through the 5th, we'll have the International Banjo Festival. That's up at the end of the Ozarks. And then right following on that, the 5th and the 6th, will be the Jazz Festival. 1 p.m. through 8 p.m. in the Basin Park and the Odd.
That's the weekend of the 12th, isn't it?
I've got the 5th.
No, that's
the 12th?
That's Labor Day weekend. Jazz is the following weekend.
The 12th.
I swear, that's what I got my ticket for, was on Saturday night.
It better be, or you're going to be late, huh?
Yeah, real late.
All right. You want to also have on the 12th the Antique Auto Parade.
That is correct.
Is that the same?
It is.
Okay. That's all I have.
What time is the antique car parade?
11 a.m. And then I guess shortly after that they'll have the shootout at the bank as normal with all the participants of Chelsea's as normal.
It's
And that's
fun.
always a fun.
I don't know about.
There'll be a lot of shots, all right.
Yeah, there'll be plenty of shots fired. Anybody else? If not,
Second.
all right. All in favor?
Right.
Thank you all.
Shocking, 6:22
I think that is a record.
for this group.